Yes. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to United Source. And I've got to do it better. Welcome to United Source Wingers. Guys, you know what? Forget whatever you're doing. For the next flicking hour or so, we're having a party. Tell your mates, share the video. We're having a party. I don't care if it's one game. I don't care that. Oh man, this is Man City. Okay, this is Man City, and we were supposed to lose this game. We were supposed to lose it. We just beat Man City. Let me just, guys, I'm sorry, I'm excited. I'm going to go off on one, right? 28-game unbeaten run. 28 game, right? 21 game winning run. Okay, they turned up with their slippers on thinking, oh, Manchester United, yeah, all right, mate. Flicking hell, mate. We scored in the first minute. Guys, this is unbelievable what we've just seen, all right? We've cut the points down to 11 points. I know people are going to start thinking about, oh, yeah, why can't we do it in the small games? Don't bring that energy here. Tonight, we're having a party. Get some mojitos. Katie, where's your GNT? Did you see your GNT? Just get that here.
Right here.
Lovely.
Yeah. Nice full one as well.
I've got my Highland Spring. So
Ginger spice.
Ginger's always changed it up because we won. All right, I've got my Viking Cup skull with a bit of, I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I better slow down. I don't want to hurt myself. You know what I mean? But guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you all the guests on the panel that always come on. I appreciate you, Sean, Aiden, Katie. Katie's wearing her new Bruno Fernandes t-shirt she got for her birthday.
Worked a treat today.
Sorry, just before we carry on, how rubbish was KDB, by the way? He was rubbish.
Dead! The Ginger all Brighton, bro. Dead player, bro. Dead player.
No one said anything about it though, which I was so shocked. I was like, where's the hate? There's nothing.
Shit.
KDB was terrible.
I'm glad you said it, Dom. I'm glad you said it, mate.
Ginger fraud.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. We just beat Man City 2-0 at the Etihad as well, or some people call it Empty Had. We had a lot of people before this game saying, I watched the flicking video, and this guy was talking to Saeed saying, we're going to smash you 5-1. Yeah. Unlucky, mate. You know what I mean? Unlucky, son. You know, this is our time now. Manchester is flicking red. Let's see what the comments are saying. Upside down. Are we going? We win this hands down. We're the most unpredictable side ever. Harler, clears Manchester is red. I'm so happy. Can't believe we ended 21 win streak. Rashford, Bruno, Shaw, Martial, amazing. We're going to talk about all these players. They need the time because we need to appreciate this. Also, Dom, I did say Ollie might pull a result out. You did, my man. Manchester is red. You're here. Oh, yeah. Carl Lewis, Ollie, the only manager to beat Pep more than he lost against Pep. My manager, Marshall FC. I buy my shares back. I love it. United, come on. Vibes FC 21. Ollie is Brock Lesnar, my man. Sufan, what a win. Shaw Marshall, man. The match, yes. Jamal, what's going on, brother? Come on. It's gone past 6:30. I'm eager to see reactions. My man. Carl Lewis, Ollie under pressure turns into prime Alex Ferguson. Honestly. Oh, crap. I did say I've got to put two tops on. All right, when the people, when we got the panel talking, I'll quickly go and put another top. I did say if we win, I want to wear two tops. That is really annoying. That's really annoying. Aiden going out all with the Buxton. You know what it is.
Exactly, bro.
You know what it is. Ginger, Andre Gomez. Guys, look.
Ginger, I am all by him, bro.
Let's get Waz in as well. I am so happy with that result. Right. Mate, we have just, guys, honestly, if you just tuned in now, this is a party. I hope you've got a drink in hand, get some popcorn, whatever you need to make yourself feel better, just flick and do it, all right? And then just turn this up, put it on your TV, put it on your phone, because we're going to have a good time. There's no negative vibes in here. We can talk about all the positives and negatives. This is about the positive show, right? Don't forget to like, subscribe if you're new, road to 1K, and thank you for joining us, as always. Look, let's just go straight into it. We're going to go and understand how everybody's feeling. You know what, Katie? I can see you in the middle there, just smiling, being very happy. Let's get your thoughts, Katie. How are you feeling? Talk to us.
I literally have no words. I honestly just can't believe it. But I kind of woke up this morning. I was like, do you know what? I feel like we could get something out of this. But I was thinking like a 1-0 kind of scrap at most. And I'm just so thrilled with the whole performance in general. I feel like every single player put a shift in, apart from a couple who had a dodgy pass. But I'm going to focus on the positives. I'm not here for the negatives. I'm just literally so buzzed about it all.
Honestly, I can't actually believe that we're in a situation where we can come away, guys, and say we beat Man City, not only even convincingly, but we believed in ourselves. We believed that we could beat them.
Yeah.
It could have been more. I saw situations where Martial could have finished. We had Greenwood messing around with it on the right. We had opportunities to score. Rashford missed a chance where he could have just tried to do like R1 shoot in the top right corner. This is something that you know what? We've been through so much as fans recently. We deserve a party tonight. We deserve this. Don't let anybody water this down or flicking, you're trying to make squash and it's really weak. Nah, put the squash in there. Concentrate. Add more water. Do you know what I mean? Not for that. Sean, talk to me, bro. How you feeling, my man?
Bro, what a win. Obviously, to beat Man City in the derby. Coming into the game, it was a weird one because it was like we were saying after the last show, we're either, knowing the team that we are and the players that we've got and the way we perform, we're either going to go out and win the game or we're going to get absolutely smashed. It was either going to go one way or the other. And it was a sneaky feeling that, Ollie tends to do this when his back's against the wall. His record against Pep Guardiola, as somebody quite rightly pointed out, is fantastic. So there was always that little feeling of we could do it. But it's just the way we've been playing and the run that they've been on. I feel like it just makes it even more impressive in terms of what's been done. And, it's obviously there were some good performances. I got to give Tony a shout out. Yeah. Obviously, seeing him back in the team today and his performance, that is the Tony I fell in love with. That is the guy I back, and that's the guy I want to see. We just need to see it on a consistent basis. He should have had a goal. I feel like if he had his confidence fully up, he would have taken that. Luke Shaw, great. Obviously, the whole team was brilliant. And we got to talk about the manager because, again, Ollie showing up, doing what he does. And the way I look at this game is that I don't think Ollie did anything different from what he normally does going into the game. For me, the players just went out and the players performed today and executed his game plan to perfection. And as a manager, that's all you can do. You set the team up, but when they step across that line, they're not passing the ball to each other 5 yards. That's not on him. Today, the passing was neat, tidy and crisp and on the transitions, and that's how you get the results. So brilliant performance all round. And on to AC Milan.
You know what? I love it, Sean. We're in a situation where I saw Man City come up, right? And I saw their players. Sterling wasn't on it. Couldn't finish. I saw flicking. I don't know why they didn't start Walker because he looked stronger when he came on. He
should have started Walker. Pep the Messiah should have started Walker.
Why didn't they start Foden? Haven't got a clue there. As soon as he came on, I was nervous, boy. I think nervous. I don't know what was happening. I didn't even want to watch it. I don't get what happened in this game. I swear, when Ollie comes up to Pep, he makes Pep like double think himself. He starts thinking, should I do a plan A? Should I double A to plan B? He starts thinking he's going crazy. I love what we just saw, and I love that so many players that have been under the cosh got a chance to show, no, we can do it in the big games. We can do it in the big games. Guys, don't forget to smash a like and subscribe if you're new. Aiden, talk to me, brother. How you feeling?
Bro, do you know what I want to say? Yeah, before we get on to how good we were, we talk about the Ginger Mart Albrighton, Kevin the fraud, Kevin the dead. You are dead. You got schooled today. Anthony Martial played in the 9, and he played better in the 10 than you did in the 10. You fraud. Also, Pep, you are bold. You are a fraud. You got schooled by flipping Ole Gunnar Solskjær for the 3rd time in a row. Happens all the time, and you keep on thinking, stop trying to walk it into the goal. Use some tactical ability. You stupid, naive manager. Yeah. How many Champions Leagues you can't even beat Ole? You're dead. Okay. Anyway, so we'll talk about my boy Tony. Yeah. Tony Martial, apart from he missed, he was insane. He was going into the 10 in the pocket. He was dribbling. He was linking up play. He was doing everything I know Martial can do. Shout out to Luke Shaw. You didn't miss it yet. That chest touch and that kick on to then make that run. Beautiful. Yeah. Shout out to Maguire and Lindelof, cutting out the balls. Defensive.
Yes, Aiden. Yes, Aiden.
Mate, apart from that happy meal pivot, the whole team did well. The happy meal pivot, you can get lost. But the rest of the team, well done. Beautiful, okay? Yeah, that's what I think,
Honestly. You just said the Happy Meal pivot. Guys, if you don't know what the Happy Meal pivot means, he's talking about Mac Sauce. He's talking about that pivot is shaky. And I think everybody can agree that was shaky. But you know what? That just shows when you don't have to rely on a couple of players and the whole team are playing well, we make up for that deficiencies. Do you see what I mean? Like, let me just quickly, because I don't want to forget about this guy. What did I say to you in the preview? When keepers, I like keepers who wear caps. I've seen Henderson wear a cap. That guy was on sauce today. He was on source. He was commanding the box. I never felt when a cross came in that he wouldn't go for it. That is the difference between De Gea. And don't get me wrong, I love De Gea. He's my guy. He's saved us. He's been player of the season 3 times or whatever. Fantastic. But
time to go, mate.
Yeah, this
time to go.
This is what I mean. For me, what I need in my keeper is that demand of the ball, that he instills confidence in his back line. I haven't seen Maguire play so well in my life. The guy, what's he been doing? What was he doing today? The guy was playing in black boots, which I always think is shaky. You know about black boots. Like, what are you doing? What, like JW Sports or whatever? The guy was playing in black boots, but played well. The whole team felt good. The energy was positive. Luke Shaw was good. Rashford was good. This is something. I can feel something burning. And it's not my food downstairs. I can feel something about to start burning. I don't know what it is. Wes, talk to me, man. Come from an analytical point of view, bro. What did you see in that game? And fresh haircut, by the way. You look good.
That's the haircut. Anyway, with United, I thought our intent when we started the game, our intent was good. I felt our back line, it was about 5-10 yards higher than normal, and I felt the early goal it gave us like good impetus in the game. It gave us good confidence that, you know what, we got a goal now, and I feel that gives the players another 5-10% to run a bit harder because they've got something to cling on as well. I felt second half of the first half, I felt City were getting back into it, and the United were like stepping back a bit. But I felt half time came at a good moment for United. And then I just feel generally we won a lot of individual battles.
Yes, we did. I
felt, as Aidan mentioned, Martial performance was excellent. That's the Martial of last season. That's the Martial where the likes of myself, Aidan, Dom, and so on. That's the Martial we want to see. That's the Martial we like. He holds up the play. He held up against 2 centre backs, and the way we played today, we needed someone to hold the ball up. If that was Rashford, it was going to be a long night because it's going to keep coming back. But Martial, he holds it, sticks it, and then turns and plays it off. So I felt, won a lot of individual battles, good individual performances, and I felt it was a strong second half as well.
You know what, Waz? I appreciate that, man. Guys, I feel like I've watched my son like go into a play, and he's got the best. He's got the main role, like he's baby Jesus. I feel like literally, I feel so happy right now. Let's get into the comments. United. Oh, honestly, I've got to put another top on. I've told people in my previous reaction that if we win, I'm gonna wear 2 United tops. I will get that sorted. I promise you. Carlos, hope Rashford isn't long term. Yeah, me too. But you know what? If he's injured, he's got a shoulder injury. Let the boy lay down. Relax. You know what I mean? Try out for Love Island or something. Just give him some time. Yes, Aiden. I love the NG. That's what I'm talking about. Nate in the house. Sunshine 47. Go and check out his channel, guys. It's really good. Get in. Martial showed people why he needs to be on the pitch, telling people that the hold up play and link up play when players around him with 1-touch pass. Fred and McTominay out. Oh, Jesus. There we go. He's got to put that in the end. Vibes. Ollie told Pep he's a fraud on the touchline. Wait, if you could get the video evidence for that, that would be fantastic. But I kind of don't believe that a little bit. I can't put it into words how we won. It was just our time. Oh, preach, my brother. Again, our players showed us how we can play when the chips are down, mate. We had no chips, mate. No chips was flicking Matt Fries. Ollie has reinstalled the Man United DNA. We are back big time. Love that. Ollie and Pep throwing word at each other. That's what I'm talking about. Theo Scott job was to stop KDB. He did it perfectly. That's a very good point. Very good point. Ollie deserves all the credit tonight. Sean's going to love that. Drizzy, someone needs to take away Jesus' Brazilian citizenship.
With Fred's, mate, both of them.
He is a fraud, they've said. Hezron, we say, amazing game. I'm getting ready for work. I'm very happy. We don't need to go to cash. Honestly, Hezron, have a great time at work, bro. This win is for you, man. Flicking whatever you do, whatever you're doing, providing for yourself, your family, enjoy it, brother. Enjoy it, man. I freaking love you, Hedron. Never met the guy in my life, but I got a good feeling about him. Here we go. Sufan. I don't know. I'm just assuming he's continuing training. Yes, Jimmy. Look, guys, we're in a good place. We're in a freaking good place. There's so much to talk about. Again, thank you so much for joining. Smash a like. Road to 1K subscribers. We got such a good panel here. We got Sean. We got Katie, who's got the Bruno Fernandes t-shirt on. She's got a GNT. Sorry, Katie, just to let viewers see your GNT again, because you only have it when we win.
There we go.
Yeah,
I'm trying to paste it on this one. Soak it all up.
Could you probably say some random stuff? I love it. Waz is here, and obviously Aiden as well. Guys, we're in a situation that, you know what? Let's just freaking do a free for all. I was watching the game, right, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. I'm still nervous. I still feel like we need to score 5 goals to win, but I saw a player today, and I want to talk about Anthony Martial because I think still people will be on the fence. They will still be on the fence of Martial because, you know, when you put all your chips into it, saying he's rubbish, go, 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 you can't just flip-flop quickly because that's who you are. But come on, guys, we saw Martial do things that we needed in this game. Who wants to talk about Martial? Just go for it because I'm on a high one right now.
Shall I go? Because I love mate. I'm telling you, I've been telling you about this guy for time. I've been telling you about this guy for time. When I talk about technical ability, touch, dribbling, ball manipulation, short passing, intelligence in runs, he honestly has everything you'd want. I've always said that Martial usually finishes half chances. That's or clear chance. He'll always finish them. And I think he's been inconsistent. I 100% agree with that. But what I want people to remember in this GA era, you have to look at what you're seeing on the pitch. The way he dropped back to pick up the ball, the way he, on the half turn, pass it to break the lines for Rashford, for James, the way he always knew he had some stability. You knew you could pass it to him.
Aiden, I'm so sorry, bro. You're doing so well. I just realized that's his full name. That's Hez. It's that guy Hez who comes on the channel. No. Oh, that's bad. Sorry, guys. Just to let you know, Hez comes on the channel, and I've never seen his full name, Hez Ron. So it put me off. Hez, I love you, bro. Sorry, carry on, Aiden.
Yeah, bro. I'm honestly just saying that I know Martial is an inconsistent finisher. I know he is, but I think the thing that people forget about Martial is he drops so deep to pick up the ball. Always has a consistent touch. You know he's not going to do some wayward pass. You know he's not going to flunk it to the other end of the pitch. You know he can pick it up on the half, then bring it forward. And I am telling you, if you're talking about at the 9, every time Martial plays, we win or we draw. I can't remember the last time Martial up front.
There's a stat.
We've lost. We have not lost. And I'm telling you, without Martial in our front three linking play, we are half the team. If he can get shooting boots back on, he has to stay. He has to, because he is integral. And I want people to see what we've been saying for so long. Technical fundamentals, touch, short passing, ball manipulation, everything. He is sound. He just needs to get the finishing. But we know he can do that. So I think it's incredible today. Honestly, I can't sing his praises enough. He's so good, man.
And Katie, right? Obviously, Martial, like, I feel so sorry for him. I think the confidence went. In terms of that chance he had, the old Martial, you know what he's doing. That he's literally sitting the player down. What do you think, though? Because I know this links to it. Someone's Buggy Vibes did a really good comment. Dan James, Martial, Rashi is a better balance. Do you agree with that? Because I saw James doing some good things, simple pass completion, running, committing defenders. How do you feel about Dan James?
I love Dan James. I think that before, I'm just such a huge advocate for him. And obviously before, I think that he has, I think he had like a time out of the team, which he's obviously been putting in the work. Something has just like switched in him that's just changed completely. And I do like Greenwood. I do like Greenwood a lot. But I think having the Rashford, Martial, James pairing is just like worked so well for the last few games as well that we've seen. He just brings such an energy. And even though he's like, some games it's like, oh yeah, he might not be suited for it. Just to literally have someone to run at the defense and everything. It was just, I think that he's got a solid space in the team, to be honest. I can't see how you can drop him when he's in that form at the moment. Everything just kind of fits together.
I completely agree. Sean, did we judge Dan James too early, or were we just seeing his growth and now he's got better up till now?
Do you know what? I feel like it's mixed. Dan James, I think he is what he is. He came in for 15 million as a young player. He's not there to be, he's got a lot of potential. He's got the raw attributes to be a very good footballer. He brings something different, which nobody else brings. And I feel like in a squad, you need to have different looks. You need to be able to change things up for different games, different situations, different scenarios. So for me, there's always going to be a place in the squad for him. Again, he had a little bit of a period where he wasn't performing off the rails, just like what Martial's having this season, just like what Rashford's having at times, just like any other player goes through different patches of form. I feel like Dan James was probably scapegoated a little bit just because he's not a glamorous name. He's not a glamorous style. He came from Swansea. And it's like, well, we're Man United. Why are we signing players like that? I do feel there's a little bit of that, but in terms of what he's delivering now, it's great to see him backfiring, great to see him back on form, and I feel like, again, he's got a place in the squad for sure, in my opinion.
Wes, is this our best 11 as it stands with the injuries we have? Is this our best? Is this the team we should be playing most games? Obviously, we have to change it for tactical awareness and different lineups and teams coming up, but is this our team? Is this a team we play against AC Milan?
Based on injuries, it probably is our best team because of the partnerships that built in midfield. I'm a fan of Matic, but I don't think the Matic-McTominay pivot really works. So I think Fred and McTominay, they have that partnership and understanding much better. And then with Dan James, he's a unique player. He's a specific player, and in games like this, he can be utilized because City know themselves they've got to step back a bit because Dan James on the counter, he's gonna have that space in behind, and United look for that ball in behind. I just felt in recent games as well, as Katie mentioned, his composure and his decision making has been better. He's got his head up, even if he has to pass it backwards, he's passed it backwards instead of running into a player. Yeah, so I think that's our best lineup.
100%, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, you know what, right? We got some player ratings coming up as well. That's going to be interesting. I don't want people to get too gassed now and go too high, like 17. I'm going to easy. Guys, you know what I mean? We've got to keep this real. But we're going to do that. So that'll be really fun. But I want to talk about Ollie. And get everybody's feelings now, okay? There's going to be people on one side going, it's just one game. Why doesn't he do it for the smaller teams? Why are we getting 0-0s? You can't just get too overhyped about one game and so forth. The other side of it is saying that, wait a minute, we came out and played a different game today. People thought that it would be 100%, 90 minutes, backs against the wall, low line. We played the highest line I've seen in my freaking life. Honestly, if this is a freaking Olympics and you're doing high jump, I ain't getting over that line. Do you know what I mean? It's just never going to work, right? We played the highest line. And I could see straight away in that game that Ollie said, if they get near our box, that's when they're dangerous. We need to push up as much as we can. And they were shocked. They didn't know what to do. Pep was like, oh, God, Jesus, have mercy. We need to push up as much. As soon as they got near our box, that's when the opportunities came. So where are your thoughts on Ollie? Don't just think about this game. Don't think about everything the whole season, what we got coming up. Katie, I'll start with you, then Aidan after.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that for me, I think it was Sean that said it earlier, is that he didn't do much different than sort of I thought that he did in the Crystal Palace game, like the way that he kind of set out to go. Yeah. It was literally that the players had actually showed up for once. So in that sense, I probably wouldn't compare it to the Crystal Palace one, but in terms of everything else, it was just such an improvement from what he'd done before. Like you said, like the high line and everything like that was just spot on. Like he knew the weaknesses. He knew that if City got in behind, then that's like game over. So I think that he did an amazing job tonight. But whether he can carry it on, I don't know. Like we know previously that we've been better against the top six. Yeah. So it is a case of, can we still do that against the lower teams? Because I just can't see how we can draw 0-0 against Crystal Palace and then win against Man City. Like to me, like that still doesn't make sense. Yeah, players. Yeah. So in terms of Ollie's position, like I don't think there's much that he could have done to even improve it the other night as well.
Of an opinion that we wait until the rest of the season, end of the season.
Yeah, I think so. I think that like the other day, obviously after the other night, everyone was calling for him to lose his job again, like classic. And then every single time they do, he comes out with this world-class performance from the team. So it's like
honestly, it's like, you know when you cook a microwave meal. And you're like, oh, should I put it in for an extra minute? I don't know if it's hot enough.
Yeah.
He always just puts it in for a little bit more. You're like, yeah, boom, there it is. You know what I mean? I'm like, this guy. He's always got that flicking life. Aidan, how you feel about Ollie, man? I know you've been up and down.
Aidan's been up and down all week. We've seen it on Twitter.
Like, just tell me how you really feel.
Well, if I'm honest, like it doesn't. I'm not. One thing I can say about myself, I'm consistent. I don't change. I said for ages, Martial's really good. I've said all through the Pogba stuff. I've said Pogba's sick. I've said all through this that I don't rate Ole. I'm not a flip flop. I'm not. It doesn't change anything about Ole. I still think all I think, and you know that. But I don't feel like today is really the day for me to be like, yeah, he can't do X, Y. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna say what he did today. Also, I slightly disagree. I think this game he actually did different to last season. I'll tell you why. If you watch City, and it's a big problem I think Pep has, and it's why I don't think they win the Champions League, they don't know how to play one pass direct. unless it's Kevin De Bruyne on the break, they always try walk it into the goal. What they need is someone to say, okay, let's just take a shot, let's take a layoff and shoot. And Ole knew that, and he said, okay, I'll play a high line. Because when's the last time you've seen City play a pass in behind and Gabriel Jesus run onto it?
It's true.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So Ole thought, okay, I know they're going to do that. I'll play a high line. Yeah, that means our forwards can push up, and that means they can't play out the back. We press them, and then it means they can't also play over the top because they never play over the top. That Ole got that spot on today. I really agree with that. Also, later into the game, I think he made us less. I think the problem we've had is we've had James finishing hastily, Rashford finishing hastily, but I think we're a lot more measured about our movements in and around the box. I think around the box, instead of driving it to the right or left side and just shooting, we play intricate little passes. And I think those two differences in approach really helped us today. I think Martial, he played like Lingard did, actually. I think Martial, in some ways, could play in the 10, because I think if you watch his attributes, he looks like a 10, like today. If you watch his heat maps, he was all in that area. So, to be honest, I think for Ole today, Ole did it tactically perfectly. And I've always said, versus the top 6, Ole knows how to set up. But again, I'm not going to change my opinion because, we did this, remember, when we beat City 3-2, then the next week Pogba had a stinker, we lost. So I'm not changing my opinion quick, but it's not the day for me to say, Ole isn't this, that. I think today he got it spot on. So, I think it's great today.
I take that, man. What's the comment saying? Bay for Lindelof. We can't forget previous points. Maguire and Lindelof have cost us. Yeah, I like this. People are thinking about
good today, though.
But yeah, they were really good today. Really good today. Good team performance. I really hope Rashi's injury is not too long term. Overplays him 100%. AWB looks like he's wearing springs under his boots when he's offensive. That reminds me of, Inspector Gadget, and he gets those coils under his feet, and he just starts freaking jumping out. Carl Lewis, football's a weird game. We can't stop beating City under Ole, but Arsenal has our number.
That really irritates me the hell out of me. I just don't get why can't we beat Arsenal? I just don't. It's
not to bring negativity, but Martial penalty gift aside, Bruno was poor again, mate. That's not negativity. We beat Man City. We beat Man City. Like you're just talking about. Cobb, I understand, man. Bruno, you know what, right? We always have.
He wasn't. How can you say that?
But no,
KDB was poor. KDB was poor.
Yeah,
Bruno was not poor under any performance.
I wouldn't say Bruno was poor. I think Bruno had a Bruno game where he's effective. But did you
Dom, you have to give credit, right? He scored a penalty. People will say Bruno Fernandes, but you still have to step up in a big game and take them because the likes of Pogba, when he was on pens, he was missing them. So you still have to give credit for that.
Man City can't look at their
exactly.
Ago, he missed it.
So exactly, they got an awful record at penalties. So I don't want to hear Fernandes. He just scores penalties because it's an art, it's a skill. People lose World Cups based on penalties, so you have to give the man his respect and his credit.
You know what? I think Bruno. People might say it was a bit poor. It's because we played a team game today. And I've never seen us play so much of a team game where people were running down the ball, passing. Well, Fred was trying to pass, bless him. And everybody was trying to actually play a good team game. Freaking love it. Kavisha, we can't get carried away. I've seen us fail, keep up momentum after being
we know.
Happened last season. Yeah, I get that. I know we should get carried away. But right now, it's a party. Say you go to a party in your freaking dorm room or at school. You're not going to be like, I'm not going to get carried away. You're going to have a freaking good time and think about it tomorrow morning.
Exactly.
So this is the online party. Have a good time and think about it tomorrow morning, all right? Whatever happens, stay in the party, all right? Don't worry about that, bro.
I don't know how good of advice that is. I'm think about it tomorrow morning.
Obviously, make sure you're safe and not doing anything stupid. But yeah, have a good time in the party, man. Flicking hell. Shutter runner. That's exactly the goal Bruno needs to score today, 100%. Yeah. Sean, and I'll come to you, Wes, after. How you feel about Ole? Because we're going to go to player ratings in a second, but how do you feel about where he is? We're in a situation where we're now 11 points behind. By the way, Liverpool lost again. Just putting it out there. Liverpool lost again. They lost again. Liverpool.
Fulham.
I know we shouldn't be thinking about other teams, but I am. They lost again, and we're in a situation where I think Martial got man the match, which I think would have been between Luke Shaw and Martial. I think they should both get it. Yeah. I think Luke Shaw has come to this point now where he could be player of the season, hands down. He could be player, and no one will bat an eyelid. They always say, right, if there's a sort of internal vote for the player of the year, or even in your workplace, they'll say the person who should get it is the person where people find out who wins it and they're not surprised. No one would be surprised if Luke Shaw won that. So
he's the United player that season, hands down.
Yeah, 100%. So
Southgate
Sean,
better pick him. Southgate, just to say Southgate.
Yes.
If he starts him in the left side of a free, I swear down. Okay, you go, Sean. I'll say
No, man. You know what? No, Southgate's got to pick him because it's a joke that he's been overlooked. It's an absolute joke. But on Ollie, like, again, my position on Ollie hasn't changed. I feel like this result doesn't change it in terms of the overall bigger picture, because at the end of the day, it's just one game. The overall picture, the overall sentiment in terms of where we're at is, I feel like, again, for me, this just is another result. I'm happy that he's got it because it shows to people that Ollie knows what he's doing. That adjustment that he made, bringing up the high line, you know, PE teachers don't do those kind of things. The guy needs to get respect. He knows what he's doing. Give him the right players and give him the right tools. I'm sure you will see an improvement, and it will keep going, because at the end of the day, it's all about football's about players. Once Ollie sets up the team, does the tactics, and the players go over the white line, they need to perform. They have to go and execute the plan. They have to read how the game's going. And it's all, so for me, yeah, it doesn't change anything in terms of where I stand on Ollie. I feel like he does have to deliver. Hopefully this season we have to finish second. I feel like from the position that we've been in, the season that we've had, where the other teams are performing, if we get second place and a bit of silverware, I think he's well overachieved, and he deserves a right to be given another season with some quality additions to go on and hopefully mount a title challenge. I feel like that for me is where we're at. I don't feel that he could honestly, from where he picked up the team 2.5 seasons ago, languishing down in 7th place from Jose Mourinho, morale on the floor, nobody liking each other, the toxic players in the team, to where he's brought us back to, with 10 games, or what is it, 10, 11 games to go in this season, with a chance of winning 2 trophies and another 2nd place finish. What more could you ask for from the guy, honestly?
Yeah, no, I hear you guys. If you're just joining now, I'm Dominic. You've got the panel here. You've got Sean, Katie, Waz, and Aiden. We're just about to go on to the play ratings, which is going to be interesting. So please make sure you get involved in that. Correct us if we're wrong. If we're being stupid just because we're happy and we're having a party, so we've drank a little bit too much, let us know. You know what? Let's just go straight into it. Waz, your thoughts on Ollie, right? Are you the same as well? Are you just in a situation where we just see him the rest of the season?
Yeah. I just want to quickly mention regarding Martial. Aiden mentioning his link-up play. Martial's pass accuracy was 95%.
Wow.
So Aiden propaganda on Twitter right now. So it just shows that he was linking the ball up well. He was holding it, giving it simple. And
sorry, a striker at 95%. Are you kidding?
95%.
I bet that the only pass that went astray was that back flick he did out to Dan James, right?
It's the only one. 95 with 1 key pass. Anyway, and that Bruno comment, I want to highlight it. Normally, Bruno averages about 20 possession loss per game, around there. Today it was only 13, and I knew when watching Bruno today that he was keeping it simple. Sometimes he's got to hit that direct pass to exploit the spacing behind. He has to. That's why he's in the team. But generally, his link-up play was very good. And then moving on to Ollie, I just feel like with football fans, the very reactionary is 0 or 100. I just feel that you should just look at the balance. With Ollie this season, I would judge him at the end of the season. Let's see how we do in the cup games. Yeah. And then if he does well in the cup games, finishes top 4, then why don't we keep Ollie for another season and invest in that central midfield position or that centre-back position? And then instead of getting a brand new manager, brand new ideas that might want to rip the squad up, we've got someone that's implemented his tactics for 2 years, and he's on his last little jigsaw pieces. So no point tearing it all up again. You might rather wait. You get what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and like the video. We're in a situation, right, where Liverpool's lost. Now we can watch Tottenham and just be like, I don't care what happens. I honestly don't care. They do not affect us. Like, they don't affect us. And it's so good when you can actually watch Match of the Day. Do you know what I mean? I have not watched Match of the Day.
I haven't watched it in time.
In weeks.
So long.
I have not watched it. Let's go to play ratings. Katie, we're going to start with you. Katie, how are you feeling about my man, Dean Henderson, Hendonator? How you feel about him? Oh, you there?
Oh, am I here?
Yeah, you're
or
there
am I
now. You're
gone?
there now. I thought you were taking
Yeah.
a long walk out.
For me, I actually was putting Henderson as a contender for man of the match, just
Wow.
because he isn't my man of the match, but he was up there in like contention for me. I think he had, considering this is like one of his biggest games for United, I think he had a great game, and I felt so much less nervous watching City like near the goal than I would if De Gea was in there. And I think him being in goal played a big part in Maguire and Lindelof
I think so
having
too.
a really good game as well. So I'd probably go for an 8 for Dean Henderson.
Nice. That's what people are saying as well. The G. I like that. The G. Saying didn't have to do anything. It's true. But you know what? When you don't have to do anything, sometimes you need to be more alert because you just literally. That's what I mean. I've seen De Gea make loads of mistakes when he just turns off, and the amount of crosses that came in, I'll be nervous if at De Gea. I felt comfortable. Yeah. And his role in the second goal as well, Chris. Yeah, great shout.
Yeah.
He's really quick at distributing. He loves to throw it out, doesn't he? Loves a bit of cricket.
He's done that a few times as well. That has led to like a really promising attack.
That's what I'm saying. He loves it. I don't see De Gea do that. Look,
you made a Pogba goal.
Yeah, there you go. I'm not saying to Hendo go to a job centre. Sorry, De Gea go to a job centre. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, oh, your time's done. Where's your P45? I'm just saying that you've now got like real good, competitions. So this is what I'm talking about. So people are saying Hendo 9, Ian 9. Okay, let's go around. We're gonna do like a clock. So I can see Aiden next. Let's go right back, my man, AWB Spider-Man.
Yeah, he was good. Probably, I'd probably say a 7 because he wasn't like you can't give him a 6, but he didn't do anything particularly like incredible. But again, he pocketed. Actually, no, he pocketed Sterling.
Come on.
7.5.
Sterling's still in his pocket from last season. He ain't come out yet. Come on, man.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, bruv. I think Sterling. I won't say what Spiegel said, but I think 7.5. And I think because the result 7.5/8. I don't know which one, but yeah, I'll probably say 7.5 just because I didn't think all the players he didn't stand out to me.
Aiden, don't let Sean pressurize you, man. Don't you do what you got to do.
7.5. Because if you give him an 8, then when you give him to Sean and stuff like so,
he's got to get an 8.
7.5.
Yes, Dan, what's going on, brother? Thanks so much for joining, man. I've Delling skills. I love that. I wonder if he plays football. Ollie in again, my man. So people were saying AWB 7. Big up Dan. 7.5 from Ian. AWB 5. Kyle,
that's harsh, bro.
It's a party, man. You know what? This is a party, right? Everybody's having a good time. Kyle will be in the corner just having a thing like, no, I'm not enjoying it. That's what he'll be doing.
You know, that alcohol has 40% content in it. I would not drink it.
Oh, come on. Carl, we're having a party here, man. Freaking give me a 6 at least.
We just called the feds, shut the whole place down, man.
Bissaka made 5 interceptions and 3 tackles, and you have Sterling in his pocket majority of the game. So
yeah.
Mate, some people you just can't please them. You know what I mean? They just want more butter on their toast, don't they? Wes, Lindelof, bro.
I think it was a short game by Lindelof. I thought he played fairly well. I thought the point you made about Henderson was good. I think Henderson, sometimes if a nervous keeper, it can like transition into the defense. I felt the story of Henderson, it transitioned into the centre-backs that they felt like normally across that De Gea might leave, Henderson was claiming. So I think that helps the centre-backs as well, especially Lindelof. Yeah, I just felt he had a solid, decent game. I'll give him a 7. Let's be positive. Clean sheet.
Yeah, I think so too. Adam is saying whole back line 7 with Sean. Edson getting 8's nice. Chris is saying 7. AW 7. Yeah, I'll say 7 as well. Let's go to Maguire. I'm giving Maguire 8 for me. I think the guy gets so much abuse, so much and criticism, and some of the criticism is granted. I've criticised him in the way he goes for the ball. Sometimes he's slow. He turns around like a tugboat. Sometimes I'm like, it's just like what's happening. But for me, he was intercepting. He was powerful. Last ditch tackles. Maguire, you deserve this, man. I know you won't watch this video, but if you ever do by accident, you type in like, I don't know, Kentucky sauce or something, and I come up, I rate you, bro. That's 8 for you, mate. 8 for you. Sean, left back, Luke Shaw. I don't want anything lower than what I'm thinking.
Luke Shaw. You know what? Luke Shaw, I'm so happy for him now that he's starting to finally show on a consistent basis what we've all known that he's had for so long after a leg break. Seemed to take him like 10 years to get his form back. But he's here now, right? So we invested a lot in him, and he's showing everybody that he is hands down England's best left back and arguably the best left back in the country. Him and Robertson. But I think on form, you got to give it to Luke Shaw.
He's better than the fraud.
So for me today, the only time I worry about Luke Shaw, I don't know if you guys saw it. Mahrez made him kneel down at one point in the game.
Yeah, he did.
Like he's not as solid defensively as Wan-Bissaka because that will never happen to AWB. But on the whole, going forward, Luke Shaw is just it's. Do you know what, Luke Shaw? It's beautiful to see when he starts galloping. There isn't a better sight in football, honestly. I want to see. He needs to do it more often now. I feel like he's still holding himself back. I feel like he's still got more in his locker.
I think sure, if he doesn't play football anymore, he can go on Strictly Come Dancing. Do you know what I mean? Because he just glides across the floor.
He just eats up that turf, man. It's unreal. It's unreal. So for me, I'm going to give him overall performance. I'm giving him an 8 today because he did well, did really well. And he got a goal, didn't he? So I've got to boost him. If he didn't score that goal, it'd be an 8. He got a goal, so I'm going to give him a 9.
People are going for 10, you know. Some Buggy Vibes going for 11. Yeah, he's on some of that little juice. I see you, Buggy Vibes. Enjoy the party, man.
9 for me.
9 for you. I think anything between a 9 and a 10 for me. It just depends how you feel about it. Yeah, he's done freaking well. Katie, let's go into the midfield. I'm gonna give you a nice one. I'm gonna give you Fred.
Next. Oh, that says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know because we did just beat City, so I feel like I'm gonna up it a little bit. But realistically, he didn't have a great performance. Like the passing, awful. No. But the thing is that he literally covers so much, and you can tell that he's your worst. And he did make a couple of good interceptions. So I'm going to go and be generous and give him a 7.
Wow, that is really sad. You know what I liken Fred to? Like a lawnmower. And you know, one of those times you do a lawnmower and it's doing good. It's cutting every blade of grass, but then it just nicks something and it just freaking hurts your foot. Yeah. I mean, Fred for me, like you just don't know when the stupid lawnmower is going to break down on you and just start freaking, pick up a stone or something. I like Fred, right? But I tweeted this. We can get better players in position and we wouldn't miss him. Yeah. We can get players that defend like him, but can actually pass. I know it frustrates Sean so much when people can't make a pass. You're getting paid 200 grand a week, right? You've got Bentleys, Ferraris, probably 6 wives. I don't know if you're into that, whatever. But like you're doing what you're doing, right? You've got to make a 5-hour pass, go home. Like until he starts making better passes, don't tweet me your picture of your kit. I want you to concentrate on passing. All right. I love you, Fred, but come on, pick it up. Fred 7, McFred 7. Pastor Fred was shaking the ball. Yeah, those leaflets were shaking in his hand, wasn't it? Fred gets a 10 for Fred gets a 10 for his commitment. Fred's quality is a 6. Fred 27. Is he getting better? This is the problem. Is he going to get better? I think we can easily get a Rice or an Indeed.
No, he is what he is. He is what he is.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So that's fine. So Katie gave Fred a 7 just to be nice to him. I'm thinking about a 6. Aiden, let's go to your. I think you got a picture on your wall of him, right? Scott McTominay.
He's up there. He's up there. Yeah. No, it's whatever 7, I guess. I didn't even.
Come on.
No, but I don't honestly. I don't even remember. Like, it's not even like a Via yet. I don't actually remember him. Like, I know he did something, but I can't remember what. Like,
man.
I'd probably go for a 7 as well, though.
Yeah, no, he was like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's a good thing because I don't remember him doing anything wrong. I don't remember him doing anything right. But because we won the game, you can't give him a 6. So I say a 7.
7.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I think that's fair.
I think you know what?
It's just how begrudgingly you gave him that.
Guys, I think
do you know what it is? I just couldn't remember. I just honestly couldn't remember any moment. Like even Fred, I remember him getting like sent, but I don't remember McTominay like any moment. Like
guys, if you just joined in now, Aiden can't remember because this is an online party to celebrate the Man City result. So he's got that special apple juice. If you know what I'm talking about, he can't remember. That's not water in that bottle. I'll tell you that right now. McTominay, 6 and between a 6 and a 7, he did his job. For me, it's a 6. I feel like again, if we had someone else apart from McTominay in there, I feel like we still could have done well. I feel like it was more of a team performance. I feel like if they subbed off McTominay, it wouldn't have hurt us that much in terms of what we achieved and how we lined up. So who's next? We've done the midfield pivot, McFred. Let's go on to the right, which was Dan James. Wes?
Yeah, with James again, we know often what we're gonna get with James. I thought he did well in terms of his press against opposition, and sometimes he was trying to time his runs, and not often he was timing it, but then it'd get delayed, and then he'll get caught offside.
Offside, yeah.
I also felt defensively like he took in a bit centrally, and he'll put pressure on like the midfielders, and he won like 4 out of 5 ground duels. So it just shows that he was like pressing against the players. Yeah, but with James, I'll probably give him a 6 or 7.
Oh, you're going lower than the rest.
Probably 6.5 with James.
6.5. Oh, you're nice, man. So you're not going to get him a Christmas present. That's what you're trying to say. All right, I understand that, man. 6. Yeah, I feel like James had a good game for his standard. He was one of the people that will. What's his stats? I don't know what his stats were, but I feel like he completed a lot of passes.
Pretty good.
I feel like he was really dangerous in that. So I'll give him a 7. I'll give James a 7 for that because defensive ability as well. We wouldn't have got that with Greenwood. No freaking way.
No.
If Greenwood started,
you tweeted that, didn't you, Dom? You were Greenwood.
Exactly, Katie. So like, for me, if Greenwood started, I think we would have been wide open. It would have been flicking Blackwall Tunnel, go have fun down there. Do you know what I mean?
It Blackwall Tunnel, you know.
So who's next? We've got in the middle, Bruno. Is that me? Oh, God. Bruno. He's a magnifico. He scored a penalty. Apart from that, he had some wayward balls like he always does. He was all over the place like a bee looking for honey. I'm going to give Bruno a...
Dom.
I think it was one of his better games.
Really? You think?
Yeah. I think he was decent.
Bruno's overall play, like he's like not to be like he's so like his goal scoring ability is second to none. It's one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
His overall play is so like average.
7. He's a 7. I think he's a 7 today.
A 7, like,
I think 7.
Really.
I like Adam's point here about James. James' performance was about discipline, 100%. I wouldn't expect nothing from him. Team shape more, which is fine. Yeah. He added that shape and that rigidness that we needed. Yeah. So people are saying 7 or 8 for Bruno. Bruno went missing, or maybe a 7.5. The pressure pen. Bruno 7. You know what?
He didn't go missing.
Because that goal was crucial, and I know the keeper got a little hand to it, right? But Andrew's calling him the Casper the Friendly Goat. So maybe I'll go for Bruno a 7 because he was so vital in scoring that, and his defensive ability was really good. If I give him a 6, that's
disgusting.
Yeah. Sean say disgusting. Sean, Rashford on the left.
Rashi. So Rashi, he had a good game. Again, we know what we're going to get with Rashi. He's going to give you. I felt like he attacked the defense well. He helped us on the transition. You can see every time that he picked up the ball, he gave us that threat in behind. Man City defense couldn't live with him. So I feel like that trio, him, Dan James, and Martial, Man City are just poop their pants literally every time those guys pick up the ball. It's literally visible. You could see it. They're actually shook. And you've got Gundogan and De Bruyne literally running back to try and help out the defense and provide extra cover. So I feel like Rashford made a good decision as well for Luke Shaw's assist. There was a nice bit of link-up play. Didn't do his wayward shooting or trying to run down blind alleys. Just cut the ball back, kept it simple, and obviously we got a goal from it. So I'm going to give Marcus a 7, just a straight 7. Good performance.
We've got a mixture here. We've got Rashford 8, 7, 8 with his passing, 7.
Assist, remember.
Rashford and Martial link up was good. Yeah, they started doing little things outside the box, combinations. Rashford second half was at 8, Martial 9, 10 for Rashi. 10. Edmund's one of those people. I love Edmund. He's one of those people. If you're in auction and they're like, okay, we'll start at 10, he'll be like 17. You know what I mean? Like just straight away, just like so high. I love that. As a leader, Rashford FC, he was just okay. Oh, Kyle, man, you're still in the corner having your ginger beer, aren't you? Look, come on, it's a party, man. Give him a bit more than that, bro. Rashford 7. Just need to keep it simple. And what did you say it was? What's your final
7.
one?
7.
Let's go with 7. I like that.
Yeah.
And Katie, we've got up front was Martial. You got the man of the moment, Katie.
Easy.
Man of the moment. I think I'm just going to say 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he has literally just his confidence has been on the floor for the last few games, and we saw what he really can do. I think the only thing that took away from it is that he didn't get a goal.
Yeah, you
That's the
can't get a
only thing that
10
I was like,
missing that
oh.
chance.
Yeah.
You can't missing that
Yeah,
chance.
like,
You can't
he
get a
should have
10.
got that. Yeah, and then if he had got that, if he'd have got a goal, that I would have been 10 all over because I think he had game, to be honest.
Yeah, everything
All
else
right.
was flawless.
Carl's obviously,
And I hope that this is the start of him coming back and can do.
Yeah, I think and hope so too, Katie. I think Carl's now joined the party and he's down a couple of drinks because he's saying, Marshall.
Did you see that? You see that? He put him on his bum, mate. This is like 6 foot.
Yeah,
2,
yeah.
Like,
He did. Yes, Carl's joined the party now. Have a good time, Carl. Marshall 9. Marshall was incredible. Tony Marshall, very good.
Oh, you man are loving Marshall. I told you he was a slick player. I told you, man.
Hold on. It's one game, Aiden, right? He's got to do this consistently now, man. He's got to do this consistently, man.
Actually, yeah, I think he has been doing this consistently.
Me too.
Nah, he hasn't. Nah.
I think he has, but in terms of his link up, I think if you actually, and I'm telling you statistically, he has because we haven't lost the game with him up front.
Oh.
So,
what are you talking about? Because I know your favorite game. I was gonna pick you up on that. You're like that. You can't remember the last game we lost, right? With him up front. Your favorite game that you always like to go back to. He started up front against Sevilla, and he was one of the main reasons we didn't win that game. Because he missed a hatful of bloody chances, and he's still missing a hatful of chances, right?
When was that?
We all know when it was, Aiden. Come on, bro.
No, when was it? I'd like you to say it.
Yeah, but we all know when it was, man. Go on.
When was it?
We all know when it was, man. So let's move on. Let's keep it moving.
It was 2020.
Hey, we got people saying, sure, Marshall's had a fantastic thing. For me, right?
He hasn't been fantastic, man. He's been rubbish all season.
Right, I did a video of Marshall, right? Marshall slander. Check it out, guys, if you get time on my channel. Yeah. And I said that it's harsh how people are going in because for me, he's still playing the same way in the other games, but because we were playing so bad, we needed more from him. We needed him to step up as one of our big players and do more and lift the team up. He wasn't doing it. But we all know when a team are playing good, overall, Marshall thrives. But that's not good enough if the team aren't playing good. He needs to do better when we need someone to pick up the team. That's how I feel about Marshall. But for today, when the guy's doing kick-ups, like Ian says, and you don't do that. This ain't FIFA. What's he doing?
He could hold up a build. He could hold up a building with that play, mate. That play, mate. It's incredible. Honestly.
Look, Adam's in my head. Look, when other players play well overall, Marshall and Pogba always come up on top as the best player.
Yeah.
Good players need good play. It's true. And that's why most of the fan base don't like Marshall because we're in a situation where we're not been playing very good. And we need players to do things that are nothing and come and pick the team up. Marshall's not that player. And that's why when we don't play great, he's one of those people that we look at. So, but today, we're having a good party. He played really well. Who just did Marshall? Come to Aiden. Ollie.
Do you know what? Like the only criticism I have of him, the only thing is that I want to see Bruno a bit more disciplined in his position. I think that's a long criticism I've had.
And what do you think that's down to Ollie?
I think it is. I think it's a wider issue. You can't let your 10 do absolutely everything and roam around the entire pitch. You need to have some level of discipline. Because I also think Marshall shouldn't be next to the pivot. He shouldn't be there. But because Bruno's like whatever, he ends up being there. But apart from that, I think I have to give him a 9 because it's the only thing stopping me giving 10. I'll give him a 9.5 because it's a small thing. But I think the one thing I liked is the way he adjusted the high line. That was so it was good to see a high line. I'm telling you because I cannot remember. They've probably done it. I could count on one hand the amount of times City had a ball in behind and they finished it. They don't do that. They like to walk it in. So that was really clever. And I think the second half performance was better. So I'd say 9.5. Only issue is that Bruno thing, but that's it.
You know what? I can't remember a game with all the other managers we played with where we really brought it to City. And we've not been. Usually, we're always counter-attacking in our own box. Thinking Jose Mourinho, we were 100% just outside our box. Ollie impressed me today, that high line. I tweeted, I said, I can't believe he said to people, even Gary Neville was like, this is the highest line I've freaking seen. Like, what's happening here?
Yeah. And with Lindelof and Maguire as well.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. And everybody was calling for Bailly. And I still think Bailly would have been all right. I do think so. Because there was some times when Lindelof and Maguire had to run for the ball, and luckily they caught up with him. But you know what? Ollie, 9.5. We're seeing 9.5 here, 9. His subs he bring on were poor, especially with Brandon Williams. Yeah, he's just giving him a run out, mate. He's just giving him like a little ticket to like the after party. It's all right. Bruno sets the scores when he had a lack of discipline. The highline was amazing. Yeah, guys. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Smash the like button. Road to 1K. I appreciate everybody coming on. You know what, Waz? Let me know what you think about Ollie, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, with Ollie today, I do understand where Aidan's coming from regarding the Bruno Fernandes point, because for Portugal, he normally plays right over midfield 3, and he don't really get he don't really get that freedom as he gets at United. But I feel that he does like buzz about the pitch, because Fred and McTominay really can't find him in that hole, so he's moving to a space maybe out wide. So can you find me in this position? Can you find me in this position? Because can't really find him in the hole, whereas Pogba can slide it through and find him in the hole. So there's a bit of difference there. But yeah, I think the highline did make a difference. The highline only works if you press the man in possession. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I think Ollie did well there. And I just think even like with the players with Fred and McTominay, they're always going to generally do well defensively against City because they have Gundogan and De Bruyne in the pockets, and that's where Fred and McTominay occupy in the defensive setup. So they're going to be against them all game, and that's why City. Gundogan and De Bruyne, they probably hate playing against McTominay and Fred. Probably they're not the best players, but in this specific game, they must dislike it. But yeah, with Ollie for this game, I'd give him a 9. Let's be positive. We won 2-0 at the Etihad. I think we won 4 out of last 5 games in leagues and cups at the Etihad, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I hear you. You know what? On the last section, right, I'm gonna do something a little bit different, right? We've got AC Milan our next game, right?
Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah,
AC Milan. All right, Sean. I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and I want you to convince all our viewers why we're going to win against AC Milan. 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1.
We're just a better team. Simple as that. And we got a better manager. It's simple. Like, I don't need 30 seconds to explain that. The team's got to show up, do their job, and we'll destroy them.
Okay. I don't think you should go for. I don't think you should go for president anytime soon.
Bro, man, I don't need 30 seconds for that.
Okay,
for that one.
Got 30 seconds, right? You got 30 seconds, guys. You got to vote who's going to do the best one, right? To say why we're going to beat AC Milan. Katie, you got 30 seconds. Go.
We'll have Henderson in goal, Bailly in centre back, and I reckon that we'll go for the same tactics that we went for today, and we're a better team. And Ibrahimovic is probably not playing, so that's a good point to kind of get down on. Get down on? What were we saying there?
I think Katie's definitely winning. Aidan, you got 30 seconds. Why are we winning against AC Milan?
Okay, so the first point I think we'll win versus AC Milan is man for man. We just have better players. If you don't know, their manager's a bit of a farmer. He doesn't really know what he's doing. Like, I've seen him tactically, and honestly, he doesn't know what he's doing. I think the one thing we're really going to be good at is as long as we make sure we keep the midfield. If Pogba's back on Thursday, we'll 100% win that. Calabria's had to play in the DM position. They also have Banaka, I think, is still out, which is one of their best CDMs. Yeah. He's not playing. Ibrahimovic is also out. And I think that also on the left side, you've got Theo Hernandez. I think Wan-Bissaka will pocket Theo Hernandez. So I think that'll be a really good game. They haven't got too much pace on the break because I don't think Dalot will start. So I think Maguire and Lindelof will still work. And yeah, shout out to Dalot today. If you guys saw that goal, the fullback we have on loan, that was disgusting.
I haven't seen it yet.
I think Aidan's kind of a little bit in the lead with this one. A little bit. Waz, I know just before your battery dies, go for it, mate.
Yeah.
30 seconds, go.
I feel we'll beat AC Milan because we have got the better players. I feel the confidence we'll get from this game will transition into the game on Thursday against AC Milan. Yeah, I feel just man for man, we should beat them. And I don't specifically rate AC Milan at the moment. With I feel the lack of quality they've got. It will be interesting seeing Dalot back in the game, though, if he does play. So, yeah, that's it. I'm going to leave that.
Guys, in the comments, please vote. Just say your name. It's either Sean, who was straight to the point, in the middle with the black cap, or Katie wearing Bruno Fernandes, who likes Ibra, or you've got Aidan in the Hollister t-shirt, or you've got Waz with a lovely wallpaper in the background and his fresh haircut. Just say the name who you want to win that.
See that, bro.
That was, and just for me, you know what I'm going to say as well. For me, right, it's very, very clear that when we play good. When we want to play good, when we turn up and we want to play good, we play good. But it's all about the mentality. We've seen that in the European competitions, a different sort of team turns up, and we showed that we can beat people in Leipzig. Obviously, we didn't have the mentality to see it all the way through, but we play a different sort of football. Against Sevilla, we started playing really well in the first leg, but then it crumbled. We turn up with a different mentality. Now, this game is different because we're off the back of a massive win with Man City. We can see that we can beat the big teams if we want to, and we can see if we play a certain way with the right strategy, we can turn over teams. I'm not sure if we will beat AC Milan, but this is the best time to win it. And with the crowd and everybody behind us all flicking, waving the right flags, we can beat anyone. Peace out. And that's my little thing. Don't know how you felt about that. Didn't really talk about Ibra. Didn't think I needed to. But that was my bit. We've got, I think people were saying that it was Aiden's clear, Aiden, Sean. I'm Aiden. Katie's close. Aiden because of his knowledge. Aiden, Sean is reckless. Love it. Guys, honestly, whatever you do tonight, have a flicking amazing evening. We have beat Man City 2-0. 28 game unbeaten run, done. 21 winning run, done. 14 points ahead of us, that's cut short. We have they're in the change room now going, flicking hell, John, what freaking happened there? Jesus, I thought you were religious. What were you doing up there? Like, all of them are thinking, what has happened? We've been flicking bantered. And I love it. Pep's hurting.
Kevin the Fraud, Ginger Mark Albrighton, Bold Fraud, School, dead team. You're not winning no quad. You're dead. Your mentality's still dead. You can't play against us. You're dead. Bold Fraud, grow some hair. Learn to make a Costa Bruni. You're dead, bruv. You bold Ginger Mark Albrighton. Dead guy, man.
But anyway, thanks so much for joining. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Like the video. It takes 2 seconds. Like it. If you're happy with this win, like the video now. I can feel the lights coming in because you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Like the video. I feel it coming in. Amazing. Sean, tell them where they can find you, bro.
Yeah, hit me up on Twitter at Growth Football.
Yes, nice. Aiden, man.
United Aiden on Twitter. UT Aiden with 2 N's. Got a little break, but I'll be back in a few weeks. So yeah.
My man, mate. I love you, Aiden. Katie.
Katie 2E's MUFC on Twitter. Give me a follow and give me a tweet, and then I'll follow back.
Yes, nice. Katie's always tweeting. She's got a good a blog that she does as well. Really well written. Yeah, and Aiden. Yeah. Aiden's always on Twitter, and Sean, well, he comes on Twitter sometimes, but he's got a life, so he doesn't really do it that much.
That's like your bio, you know.
I'm on Twitter loads because it's so good to catch up with Man United fans. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining. We appreciate you. Road to 1K. Like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you back here for the preview. What's the day today? No, tomorrow, Monday Night Sauce Show.
Monday Night Sauce. 7
p.m. tomorrow. We've got a special guest coming on. We'll talk about this and another and license some other games as well. But a special guest tomorrow, 7 p.m. Be here or be square. Peace out. A-Town down. Hey.